Those guys are looking at me like I'm crazy. I don't know if you can see them, but they're still looking at the bike. I don't know if you can see that in the mirror. I don't know if they're looking at me because why is that guy out here on a motorcycle with no golf clubs? Or they're simply just checking out the VMAX because this thing is just so unique. Hello again, everyone. This is another continuation of the Prattville tour. And for those of you joining me for the first time, welcome to my channel. My name is Jeff. I do mostly motorcycle related content, and right now you've caught one in a series of tours that I'm doing of the town where I live, which is Prattville, Alabama. And as a reminder to some of the other folks, this is something I'm doing just because I won't be in Prattville, Alabama for much longer, so I'll be moving in less than 2 years. So I decided to take advantage of showing everybody a little bit about the area. And eventually I will mention that it's not just going to be Prattville, Alabama. I will make my way down to Montgomery at some point, which is only about 20 minutes away. There's also another small town near here, Millbrook, where I used to live a couple of decades ago when I was here active duty. There's something over there that I want to show you. It's actually a movie set, so a movie was actually filmed over there. So I will take you there at some point. But right now I am going to take you to my favorite place in Prattville, Alabama, and it has been my favorite place ever since I arrived here a couple of decades ago. And as you can see, it's the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail Golf Course. This one's called Capitol Hill. And I'll just tell you a little bit about it. But this is the drive into the golf course. As you can see, a rather pleasant drive. But I am an avid golfer, which at times has gotten in the way of me riding my motorcycle. So it always presents a conundrum. If it's good enough, the weather is nice enough to ride motorcycle, then it's nice enough to play golf, and vice versa. So at times I have had competing interests, but I will talk more about that at some other point. Right now I'm going in between two golf courses. This one over here on the right is the Legislator, and this one over here on the left is called the Senator. And the one that you won't be able to see from where we are going is called the Judge. So again, because Montgomery being the capital of Alabama, hence those names related to the government. But anyway, I have played dozens and dozens of rounds out here over the years. Again, I've only been back for about 3 years during this tour. And while I was here active duty, I was here for 3 years as well. And I've played all 3 of these courses that are out here. I'll just drive up here through the golf bag drop-off area. Then I'll actually get off the bike, we'll walk around, and I'll show you some things about the facility. I'm not going to go up there because I do not have a golf bag on my motorcycle. But anyway, I would normally just loop up there, get the golf bag out of my car. Go over here to the parking lot. Those guys are looking at me like I'm crazy. I don't know if you can see them, but they're still looking at the bike. I don't know if you can see that in the mirror. I don't know if they're looking at me because why is that guy out here on a motorcycle with no golf clubs? Or they're simply just checking out the VMAX because this thing is just so unique. There's not many that look like it. Anyway, I'm going to try and give you a little bit of a view over here before I get off. There's some of the practice facility out there. Maybe you can see some of the golf balls sitting up there. But we'll go ahead and get off, walk around, show you the place. Panoramic view of the driving range, and it's actually one large circle. There's a tournament going on today. Those folks are over there by the white banner practicing. The red banner over there is for non-tournament players to practice. And you will see the Robert Trent Jones flag out there right in the center. This driving range makes one big circle. It's about 180 yards from any one of these driving platforms to the flag. So it's about 360 yards in diameter. Only a professional would be able to hit from one side all the way to the other. All right, but anyway, moving forward, we will head over there to the clubhouse. Here's the bag drop area that I showed you earlier when I drove up and made a loop. Cars will come up here, drop their golf bags. The attendants will throw them on a golf cart, which they have plenty of golf carts. Golf carts are actually stored in there through that little tunnel. They're stored underneath the clubhouse. There's a good picture of the clubhouse. We will now go inside. There's a look inside the clubhouse. Very nice. And there's the pro shop. Snack bar over there. Outside balcony area. We will take a walk over there, and that is the first tee of my favorite course out here, the Judge. And it has a nice drop off. I'll show you that in just a second. Okay, we're standing on the tee box of the number one hole of the Judge, and as you can see, the Alabama River out there. This has quite a change in elevation. You can see the number one green down there by the sand trap. This is a very challenging hole, as are all of them on the Judge, because the majority of the holes, I forget exactly how many holes, but definitely the majority have water on them that come into play, so that intimidates a lot of players. But anyway, this is a great view up here. You can see the Montgomery skyline. Try and zoom in a little bit. There you go. I'll turn to my left. You can see over here, nice little deck. So a lot of times there will be weddings out here on this. Pretty much has the same view. I'll step up on here. Take you over here as well. All this bench seating around the entire thing. Golf hole right there. That's actually part of the legislator, the one I mentioned coming in. Anyway, this is one of the reasons why this is definitely one of my favorite places to play golf. And like I said earlier, it's definitely my favorite place to be in Prattville, Alabama. Here's a look at the rear of the clubhouse. And again, it's got that porch that goes around the entire perimeter of the clubhouse. Alright, I'm over here on the range that's open to the public, and I just want to clarify something to make sure it wasn't misleading. When I said that range over there with the white banner is for a tournament, that's a local tournament. It's not like the professionals, but I will add that the professionals do play out here. The LPGA, their version of the minor leagues, the Symetra Tour, plays out here, and they were just out here last weekend. But the LPGA did play out here for several years, up until just a few years ago. But anyway, and the course that they normally play is that one way over there, which is the Senator I mentioned coming in. And that one is a links style course. So, and I believe the reason why they use that for the professional tournaments is because it's wide open and it's more accommodating for the fans. The other two courses are heavily wooded and there wouldn't be much area for spectators. Okay, back on the bike. We will head back out. Alright, like I mentioned earlier, this Robert Trent Jones golf trail is all over Alabama. Pretty much on every interstate you will find one. And again, if you are at one facility, I believe the rule is you are no more than 2 hours from another facility. So the idea is that if you want to go on tour in Alabama, be on golf tour, then you can check out all of the different facilities. Every one of them, I believe, has more than 18 holes. Like I said, this one has 3 golf courses, and they are in just absolutely fine shape. So better than a normal public golf course. If you find your way to Alabama, definitely check out the Robert Trent Jones golf courses. Alright, we will head on out. A little bit off the beaten path, and part of the golf course actually touches the Alabama River, so it goes down pretty low, like I showed you from that shot earlier, going down to play 9 holes of the Legislator and all 18 holes of the Judge. Gets down there by the Alabama River. My final stop will be on a future video. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.